This episode is brought to you by Path Purpose. Path Purpose helps you uncover your purpose and who you truly are through the lens of human design. By understanding your unique energetic blueprint, you can navigate opportunities with more inner confidence, make aligned decisions, and live with greater authenticity. Instead of struggling with resistance, burnout, or uncertainty, human design supports you in stepping into your natural inner flow to then follow your purpose. To learn more about how human design can guide you towards clarity and alignment, visit pathpurpose.de. And for more information, follow the link in our show notes. Hello and welcome to Young Blossom 25 Future Leaders Revealed. I'm Inga and with me is Vaios, my co-host. Today with us is Grigoris Kikis, who is joining us for a conversation about future leadership to share his perspective on multi-generational workplaces. Grigoris is one of Greece's most exciting young chefs and restaurateurs. At just age of 29, he's already co-owner of the Michelin-starred Herve in Athens, a restaurant that pushes boundaries of fine dining with bold contemporary flavors. Named to Forbes Greece 30 Under 30 list in 2025, Grigoris has also been recognized by the San Pellegrino Young Chef Academy and has collected awards for both his technical skills and his storytelling approach to food. Beyond Herve, he experiments with concepts like Hanky Panky, a high-end take on street food, and continues to explore how traditional and innovation can meet on the plate, which sounds mouth-watering and exciting. Welcome, Grigoris. Grigoris, this is what ChatGPT had to say about you.
Okay.
I was very determined to go to your restaurant before we have this recording. I did manage to get a spot, which tells a lot about how high in demand it is. Welcome. And do you want to say a couple of words about yourself beyond what ChatGPT had to share?
First of all, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you very much, Inga. Thank you very much, Vaios. I'm so happy. I'm not a person that I talk for myself. To be honest, I try to cook and to show for my plates who I am. I'm a simple person. I'm a young person, but every day I try to do the best for me and for my business or for my team. Thank you very much again.
Fantastic. Hear more about that. Before we jump in and I hand over to Vaios, just a reminder to our listeners in this podcast, we are here to have conversation with future leaders to gain first-hand understanding from them about the approach of that generation to work, life, learning, progress, and equally, we will also welcome current leaders on the show to share some insights with them and provoke how working environment and learning institution need to adapt to set younger generation up for success.
Grigori, a very warm welcome from my side. You don't need to be a fine dining lover like me and to know about Grigoris. Grigoris is what I used to say, Greece's gastronomy wonder kid, because this is what I think reflects most of your identity and all the amazing things that you have achieved so far. So thank you so much for being here today. I would like us to start discussing a little bit more around our concept. And my first question to you is, which generation actually do you belong to, or which do you identify with?
Okay. I born in 1996. I feel the generation Gen Z. I don't remember myself without phone, without PlayStation, and like a child being period that I use high five, chat and talk from the phones. Now it's Facebook or TikTok or all these new things. Gen Z is in 1997, but and before slowly start to use it.
Can you share a little bit more your perspective on Gen Z, Grigori?
Well, Gen Z is first of all is people that use it, the phones and the digital natives, phones, gadgets, and everything of this make the life more easier without searching a lot because can find something more easier, and that's it. The generation.
Great. So what is amazing about you is the fact that you knew at a very early age of around 20 plus that you want to become a Michelin chef. These days, if you talk to a 22-year-old, usually they don't know what they want to do. And normally what you hear is something like, I want to become a YouTube star, I want to do something on Insta, or things like that. How did you develop and realize your ambition to become a Michelin chef at a very young age?
First of all, I think ambition comes from the mix of luck and early influence. For me, it started at home. My parents worked very hard. I'm not from a simple family because my mother and my father try to make a better future for our child. I'm so happy. My parents is my heroes, and that made me want to achieve something big in my life. I started to cook when I was very young. When I'm 13 years old, I went in professional kitchens without reason, to be honest. And always I told myself that let's do something special. Let's do yourself better every day. I think that's the challenge for today's young people is that many don't have the main motivation yet. They need something to inspire them and to spark the push from the forward. Also, they can easily lose their watch become because there are many influence around them and so there's many options to try. With all this choice, it's not easy to get a main goal and maybe sometimes lose the road.
And Grigori, what would be your advice to the younger generation in order for them, to realize their aspiration to get as close as you to your ambition?
Really, I'm not sure if I am the right person to talk about to give advice. Because I'm still finding balance in my own life. But what can I say is that we live in a system where from a very young age we're pushing to decide what we want to be when we grow up. I remember myself to ask me all the people, what do you believe that you want to be when you be a man? Of course, your parents ask you, even you, Inga, I think. So I think that's important to give yourself freedom. Think from yourself about what you really enjoy. It. The greatest happiness is to find something you love and turn into your work. That way, you will never get bored. And you can have a great life. You can also discover it from the things you enjoy, the child, from the family, from the activities that make you feel happy and to feel to want to do something.
And you mentioned something that touches me a lot because I grew also in a family where my parents were my own heroes, where inspiration was lacking from the environment that I was incorporated in. So I always try to see my parents as the persons who I want to resemble and become close to.
Um, I was reflecting a little bit on what you said, Grigoris, and when we first met on the previous call, you were sharing your story and how you got where you are today, and I found it admirable that at such a young age of 20-ish, you had the vision to be the youngest Michelin star in Greece. And to Vayo's point, when we talk with young people who are 20 today, they seem so lost. What you also do is that in your kitchen, you predominantly have young people. Why?
It's a big story, but listen.
Tell
When I
yeah,
start,
tell the story.
we have time. We have a time. When I start my restaurant, I wanted to make history. 10 years old child start slowly to grow up, to make our goals, and slowly to be something, to see myself. What can I do to be the best? I promised myself that if I will try to be the younger chef in Greece, the younger chef with a star Michelin. He said 28 years old. So I told myself that okay, Gregor, listen, you start 13 years old, so you have a gap until 27. So let's do it. If you can't, just change work, just do something other because you are not the greatest, you are not the best. So when I started my restaurant, I want to make a history. I didn't just want to be a youngest chef with a Michelin star. I wanted to build a young team with the people would remember. I wanted to leave my mark in my fine dining and inspiring young people to work hard, work with me, to believe me. Don't think young people are lazy because many times people believe that okay, the new generation is lazy, and of course play with the phones and scroll down and play. But this is about how people believe and want yourself to see. So I don't think that the young people are lazy. Many just need to write motivation. Older generation need to believe in them and to give them a change. When I opened the restaurant, I didn't have to money to hire experienced people. Even if I did, I might not have a build in my idea. A child, 22 years old, nobody believe that have a goal or to work 17 hours every day, no rest, no day off for a Michelin-starred during an fine dining and period and ideas about this. And don't forget that when I opened the restaurant, Herve, it's the period that everything is closed. It's a coronavirus period, so it's very difficult to believe me. Uh, a child, 22 years old, that can do all these things. That's why I decided to hear young people without experience and to train with myself and to inspire them and to trust me and to do this thing.
So I think when I was hearing the story before I actually met you, when you put it down in, because we tend to have people here on the show that are from business, so like being a chef, fine dining, it's such a different industry, and it's a different level of commitment, it's different level of demanding, and it's so much influenced by the vision of the chef that created that. You had something in mind, right? And then you bring in people, and those people kind of, they need to follow the vision, like they need to execute that vision to perfection and to support you and that vision. When you think about the younger generation as you're working with them, what is missing the most when they're entering workplace? Like, what is the biggest, I don't know, skill gap in general they have?
Young people need to support from older, more experienced people. We should let them make mistakes and trust them. Everyone make mistakes. Yeah? Mistakes help them to grow. Everyone make mistakes. Everyone need to do mistakes. The most important thing is not to embarrass or insult them. We need to give them chance to work with us and learn. In my restaurant, I give I try to give a small task to talk about ideas, to give the opportunity to show me something. For example, okay, come on here, Costas, tell me something. I need your idea in my menu. I need your character in my menu, in my restaurant. So I give the opportunity to think. I give the opportunity. I give my key. I give my key in my restaurant. I take the key, come in earlier, okay, and do something that you have in your mind. Okay, this is very important because I give the opportunity to think. Because if I cook every day and if I give all my recipes, if I give all my knowledge, of course I do it. But I don't like to have a robot in my restaurant. I want to have people with a passion, people that are thinking, people that want to work, people that give me. Understand what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the most important.
Grigori, I love what you're saying and how you try to incorporate your team's character within what you're serving to the people, because people are coming, they want, great food, they want to have a good time. So it's very, very important to keep the status and the standard of your plates. How many plates have you changed? Have you incorporated because of all these ideas that came through your own team?
I try to be honest. I try every week to have something new in my restaurant. Everything to inspire for my team. For example, yesterday I had a talk with a pastry chef in my restaurant and told me, chef, I went in Hios for 2 days with for a vacation to relax a bit. Because I felt tired, okay, and I ate mastica. Hios is great. Okay, let's make something with mastica. That's it. From your life, from 2 days vacation, give me your idea and let's do a plate. It's for a week, okay, for 10 days. We can change. And this is the point to give and to change things because everyone boring. Everyone after 1, 2, 3 years boring and boring. In Herve, I have the same stuff. For example, the 60% is more than 3 years. It's not easy.
Great.
It's not easy
Obviously.
to stay people and to believe in your dream and to work the same every day for 3 years. So many people, many chefs ask me how you have the same team, how you have the same persons in your restaurant, because same time we cook, same time you talk with your guest. So it's not easy restaurant, because you must be very happy every day. You must know the guest. So it's very important to keep your team, to save your team, and to give the opportunity, and to have something to tell.
Great. Grigori,
Yes, please.
you provide obviously a lot of opportunities. You have many restaurants, many people work for you. How do you help them succeed in your own context? How do you help them grab the opportunities that you provide them with?
I try to show and to trust all my team, to believe in that together we can, not alone. I'm not a person that never I do something alone. Of course, it's a team building, a team success about the story. So I give the idea, I give the goal, and all the team support me to do this. And I give the space. I think that the biggest challenge for young people is to focus and to have a passion. There are many options that influence around them, so it's easy to lose their path. They need some motivation, and to keep the motivation high. This is the thing.
So how do you do anything beyond trust? Let them experiment. Do you do anything different to motivate them? What motivates them? What
I think
motivates
that,
the younger generation when they come first time in your kitchen
yeah,
and they stay for longer than 3 years?
I think that the best way to help the young people to give the opportunities to trust. Trust is the most
Mhm.
important, one of the most important things. I let them try to let them make mistakes. Mistakes is even important thing, and guide them along the way on the mistakes. When I give my team to change, most of them grab in, do their best. Some are slower, some is make mistakes from others, but how they learn from the mistakes. The key is to support them, to believe them, and to give the space to grow. So inspiring from the mistakes, inspiring from all this situation, because when we work 16 hours, 17 hours every day, of course we make mistakes. Of course, I must trust. Of course, I must give the step to support the mistakes, the steps to be better, and it's everything about the work. How many hours you work, how many love that you do something. That is the amazing hours that pass in this work.
Grigoris, tell us, what other restaurants do you have beyond that? Because you have a coffee place, you have a street food place. Tell us a bit more.
Okay, so 22 years old, I opened the Herve restaurant, and before take the start, thinking that I felt that I'm not full. I felt that I need to provide myself, but something different, because people believe that Grigoris Kikis just do fine dining and just know one character. So I think, okay, I do something more difficult. I mean, more difficult, because when you have a fine dining restaurant, work one sitting 5 hours, so you are there, work, and you do everything. I think that, okay, what is difficult? It's difficult to make a bistro, because many hours open, double stuff from the fine dining, more easier food, and sometimes the easy is more difficult, because everyone can eat a salad everywhere. So the salad will be perfect. So I opened the bistro in Palo Faliro. It's a all-day bistro from 10 o'clock in the morning, with a brunch, with a handmade coffee. After have a lunch, cards or menu, and dinner. So a lot of different plates, a lot of different things to do. I opened my second concept after I opened the Menta. Menta is a small cafeteria takeaway, and
Okay.
in the end, the last year I opened the Hanky Panky. I opened the Hanky Panky because I felt that I need something more. I need to provide again myself. I got the Herve, I got the Apon, but in the end, everyone after from work need to eat a clear junk food. So I felt that I need to do something. First, I thinking, what can I do? Same time with all others. I searched. I went in Denmark. I went in London, German, different country, France, to thinking again and again. So I opened the Hanky Panky. It's a perfect quality product, food. About the junk food, it's a burger house. It's everything handmade, like a bread, like mayonnaise that I fermented, but with culinary, good recipes, clear food, and everyone can eat from there. Because I love the junk food. After from the work, 1 o'clock at night, I need to eat something. Not me, all the chefs, many business that work at midnight. So everyone knows about the very popular companies with the junk food, but the quality for me is not good. So I try to make something that even my friends, my family can eat. The clear food, the good quality. This is the most important.
Best burger in the
So
town.
thank you very much. I opened my first store. Now I open my second store, and slowly, I want to grow up this business. Until now, I'm so happy because I feel that all my dreams slowly be real.
Can I ask a completely related, unrelated question? How do you come up with the names? How do you come up with the names for your places?
From the Hanky Panky, you mean?
Hanky
Or general?
Panky, Herve,
Yep.
Menta. How do
Yes.
you come up?
First of all, Hanky Panky means something dirty. I will start from there.
Yes.
Something dirty that Hanky Panky in English means that's something not good. But came from when you eat to be more dirty, more
Mhm.
not clear.
Mhm.
So the Hanky Panky came from this. It's a small, like a funny name for
Yeah.
me. Upon because open the the my partners we are together from the school, so we're like a family. So once upon a time, this is the idea. Small area in Palefaliro, small plats, with good friends from the school. So once upon a time, start here in our small village
Nice.
in Faliro to grow up, to build our dreams. And I meant that because I love the coffee. Every day, drink 6, 7 coffees per day for sure. For the reason I'm so nervous, thinking that we need something from the morning to drink a good quality coffee, good coffee. And the name came from Menta. Where we talk about that like a color, something like this and this. And I don't remember exactly how it started, but thinking that to make something with a color. So all the brand have the color
Mhm.
from mint
Mhm.
after change beat, rebranding, and something like this.
And Herve?
And Hervé, my partner, my other partner, I have a partner from France. I worked with him in Bahrain a lot of years before. When I'm 19 years old, 18 years old. And when I am being in London after closed everything from coronavirus, I talked with him because I respect one from my mentors. I told him, but I love to have the name in my restaurant, in your restaurant with your name, because uh, you are legend for me in my eyes. So I want to have in your name in the door.
And you mentioned a couple of places where you worked. Do you want to tell a bit our listeners how you build your dream? Because we often talk to people like yourself who achieved something for themselves. And it sounds like when you tell the story, it sounds like, I opened this restaurant and then I wanted to do some dirty food. I opened this. But there is a lot of hard work and a lot of study and a lot of investment that you put into yourself to become what you are today, so that people can enjoy the great food that you are making with your teams. Where have you worked and how have you learned the art of cooking?
Okay. Now we must go back. 13 years old. I'm a child that never cook nothing.
Mhm.
And it's a family, it was a family table. My brother rented a house, so I went to help his friend to cook. And
Mhm.
I started to clean potatoes because need to cook something with our friends. 13 years old, I told that I like this. It's good. I ate. It's a good vibe. And my brother had a good friend, and he studied in culinary school, and told me, Gregory, maybe when you be 18 years old, you can do something like this. You can be safe. I studied this year, so I like it. And I told, why? Why until 18, 13, until 18 to waiting to do something like this? I can try now. Oh, Gregory, you're serious. You are 13 years old. Oh, I will ask my mother. I went to my mother and I told, but mother, I think that it's a summer, it's the May, this their period. And I asked, okay, mama, I want to be a chef. I will try. I went without know in the restaurant that have friends and suggest me to join there. And I asked her, okay, I want to come here to show me, and without money, just a couple hours per day. It's summer, so I prefer to leave the football, to leave the swim, and just to apply and to learn. And if I like it, maybe I will do something like this. I went 13 years old. I started in a fine dining restaurant. It's so far from my house. It's 1 hour by bus. I went from 13 until 18 without understanding about the same time with a school. I wake up, I went to school 8 o'clock until 2. 2, I take the 2.5, 3.5, 4, almost I've been there in the restaurant, 14, 16, 17 years old. You can understand, you can realize what you do. Just I went there about fun. The chef show me. The chef tell me sometimes that Gregory is not good. This is bad, but not very beautiful. The years pass, and when I went 18 years old, I studied in culinary school. I studied in university in Athens in tourism management. And 18 years old, I passed in the university, and I thinking that. I not I don't feel I didn't feel that I'm full inside me. So I take luggage and I went in London in a 2-star Michelin restaurant direct in a Mayfair. So the chef he is from France. He showed me how I have a good foundation, but I felt full in Greece. In London, the things is much difficult. So I try at a good time after I met the other people and told me I will go in a Copenhagen in a 3-star Michelin, send your CV and maybe why not? And I think I'm 80 years old. Why not? Why not? I went in a 3-star Michelin restaurant in Copenhagen. I met other people there because when you have in a high level, all the players around, like Barcelona, like Milan, like Real Madrid. So all the people around about the good restaurants and good teams. I saw one door open the other doors, and I went in Bahrain. After I went in Berlin, it's 2-star Michelin restaurant in Potsdamer Platz, in a very beautiful hotel on a roof. So I went again in the UK, in a small village, in a cart mill, in a restaurant with 2-star, and this period make the 3rd star. After I went in Nottingham, even in Aulis restaurant is a smaller restaurant he have. After I went in Nottingham in other restaurant 2 stars, and in the end, before the coronavirus, went in a 2-star Michelin restaurant in Notting Hill. I make the R&D, the new plates, the new ideas. I'm being 22 years old, almost.
That's nice.
And in the end, because I think that I must catch my goal, I must catch things, goals, and the limit about the star. I believe that nobody can trust me in the coronavirus period to open a restaurant for me, to believe me, to spend money for a crazy thing. So me and my partners talk, thinking, and open the Herve, and everything starts from there. I have only 3 people staff. So I done the pot washer, I clean the restaurant, I cook, I went to buy ingredients, I pay alone all the invoice, everything. So the time is not enough. Sometimes I slept in the marble in the kitchen, and all this slowly pass and grow up the dream. Now I have in Hervé 20 people imagine from the 3 now have 20. It's crazy, really. It's crazy. And the restaurant is for 1 month. Have a tables that waiting 1.5 month from the booking.
Yeah,
So
I'm very aware of that. I'm on the waiting list, so I'm very aware of that. Which is I mean, it's beautiful. When Vaios told me that you would come on the show, I was very excited to meet you and to have that conversation with you. And I think your story is quite great example that we tend to generalize, they're all this, they're all that, they're all the other. I think you are a great example that it's not the case. I mean, you literally, at 18 years old, you took your bags, you applied at the, 1-star, 2-star Michelin restaurant. Why not, right? Like you're a bit like, why not? I can do it. I'm good. I believe in myself. I have the passion. And I want to learn, right?
Sorry, do you something important? When I went in London, 18 years old, my English is very very bad. Even now it's bad. 18 years old, 18 years old. You can't believe it was. I felt that I can understand. Do you know what I told? Okay, show me and I will do it. Just show me. And the first day when I been in, I rent a room in London. And I went home crying because I don't understand English. Everything was very fast, very, very fast. And I went home at night from 7, 6:30 from the morning until 2 at night. I lose the train, I walk for 2 hours. I went at my house, at my room, and crying. And I called a good friend, he's a pastry chef, and told me, okay, Gregory, listen, you are there, you are 18 years old, and I know that you can understand English, you can understand how work the system because it's difficult. And he told me, listen, Gregory, everyone have 2 legs and 2 hands. So you can do everything.
So true.
Everyone is saying, just work.
So true. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so
So
true.
I learned, I learned in a passion. This is the most
Yeah.
think important, one from the most important thing that I learned there. Because the years
And I
passed
think
when
it shows, your whole story shows how hungry you were to learn, pursuing something you had in your head. And maybe it was not as clear at some point, but something you were going after it, learning, fine tuning, mastering it before another crazy story happened during coronavirus lockdown. You decided to open the restaurant. Yeah, why not, right? Like everybody was shutting down and you're like, screw this. I'm going to open the restaurant. And not only a restaurant, a pizza restaurant that delivers pizza and it's easy and people are at home anyway. No, a fine dining restaurant. Well, the whole point of fine dining is to come to a restaurant and to have a fantastic experience with really, really beautiful food. You had a vision for something that you wanted to create, and this is such a beautiful story. We're 40 minutes in. There is one lightning round that I would like us to go through. The chat channel you're using the most.
I am an old person that I use a phone, just phone. I love the contact. For example, all my business, if you're thinking, Herve, upon Hanky Panky, everything is open. It's open kitchen. Because I boring, the underwear kitchens, I boring to have a guest without know who eat my food. So it's like a prison, the underground kitchens. So all my business is open, have a connection, because the connection with your guests and with the people in general is something beautiful. It's something very beautiful. So
okay, I'm afraid to
have,
ask the next question. I'm a bit afraid. Where do you spend most of your time on social media?
yes, I spent maybe in Instagram. Yes, maybe in Instagram. Yeah, I don't have a TikTok. I don't know. Basically, I have the app, but I don't know how to use it.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Where do you get your music from?
From everything. I prefer Greek music. I prefer hip hop.
And where do
I love music.
is it Spotify? Is it
Spotify, yes,
Amazon,
Spotify, yeah,
Spotify. Oh,
Spotify.
Spotify.
But even in my restaurant, I can't work without music. When I open the restaurant, I tell myself that, okay, listen, Gregory, no crying, no talk bad in the staff, no work in underwear kitchen. I want air condition. I want music in my kitchen. I want good vibe, because the good vibes pass in the food. So if I have a good vibe, I pass the good vibe in my team. The team passing the guest. So it's everything cycle
Yeah.
together.
Okay, now listen.
I love music. I can't
Who
live without
is
music.
a famous person you would like to meet?
Famous person that I want to meet. I don't know really. I think that I have a lot of friends, popular or athletes. I have a big respect from athletes. I have a lot of popular athletes in my life. Like Manolo, Manolo. Yes, Karalis. Today, for example, 2 days before I had my birthday, and he came in my restaurant for surprise. Even I have a Tedoglu, for example, or boxing players popular in Greece or in UK. I have friends from chef that never believe that I can meet and to have a connection. For example, a chef from a German 2-star Michelin, I watched a video when I'm a child, and now he sent me a message, okay, Gregory, I will be in Athens, and he's in my house and waiting me to go for a coffee. I stay in my house. So everything changed. Everything changed because I have the
Everything.
respect. I have the respect for my work. I have the respect for my personality, because in the end, what happened? In the end, what I mean, the most important to be yourself, to be clear, to be real.
Yeah,
And
clarity is such an important gift. Well, the thing is, if you ask a famous person who other famous people they want to meet, well, there are not that many. What I would say, it was a blast to have you on the show, Grigoris. I enjoyed that conversation so much. I learned so much from you, and I'm very happy for our listeners to hear that and to listen to that episode.
thank you very much. Really appreciate your time. Appreciate your invitation. For me, it's not easy to talk because from the beginning I explained that I prefer to cook. But I feel very comfortable. Thank you very much again, Mr. Vaios and Ms. Chinga.
Thank you, Grigori. It was amazing having you on Young Blossom 25. I think we can call it a day. Please find our podcast whenever you get your podcast from, including YouTube. Until next time, see you and thank you.
See you.
Thank you.